Gets me through my morning every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jodie and Hayesy on Nova.
You're welcome to the podcast. Jodes, Ryan Fitzgerald is a very, very unique individual. And if you follow him on social media, Snapchat and on Instagram, sometimes he just randomly posts these characters that he comes up with. And they're always based in the south of Adelaide. This is his latest instalment.
Yeah.
Just a snippet of Dion.
Hang on, girls, it's Dion here. Captain of the C grade at Noarlunga Shoes. I like Jim Beam.
We all know Dion.
Oh, yeah. And if you'd like to hear the rest of that video, I can guarantee you it gets even better and better.
Fitzy Fridays, Fitzy Fridays. Fitzy Fridays.
There he is. It's Ryan Fitzgerald. G'day, Fitzy.
Hayesy, you beautiful man, and Jodie, Father's Day this Sunday, very special day.
And what are you doing for it, Fitzy?
Well, I'll go and see one of my dads, Mick, down at Port Noarlunga on Sunday, and then I'll go over to Thailand to see my other dad. But no, it is a special day. You know what? All I want, Jodie, I've said to the boys, I don't need a gift. I just need some beautiful words. Write them down on a piece of paper, and they're like, "What? iPad?" No, write them down. See that thing there? That's called a pen.
Yes.
You write it onto a piece of paper, and
Yep.
and I want you to speak from the heart of what Daddy means to you. So Lenny wrote a sentence, which was great.
Yeah.
But that's all I want. I just want them to open up to me and tell me their darkest secrets.
I thought you were going to say the only thing you'd want was a sleep-in.
Yeah. Actually, that is a fair call. That is a fair call because sorry I didn't speak to you last week, but I ended up I did this Oxfam 100-kilometre walk, Joe.
Yeah.
And you've got to do it in 2 days. So we didn't sleep, Hayesy. We walked for 33 hours and completed the course.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, wow.
Sore?
I've lost 3 toenails.
Yes.
There was major cramping. Michael O'Loughlin had cramping after 15 kilometres. Jude Bolton got the worst groin rash from chafing I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
We had a roll. Heath James had a rolled ankle. There was a lot of injuries, but we got through to the end, and it's really knocked me for 6. I've lost a lot of weight, and it's just, it was. I got highly emotional at the end of it, but it was such a great thing to do. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all had 2 days where you haven't been to bed and covered 100 kilometres, but there's a couple of pubs in between, Fitzy.
Usually that's just house parties going from kick on to kick on. But, no, it was, I'm so glad I did it. But, it knocked me for 6. So sorry I didn't chat to you last week.
No, all good, Fitzy. We have to talk about a video that you've chucked on your Instagram. So you're Fitzy, but you're also Dion, the C grade captain from Noarlunga. Can we play you a little bit, please?
Yes, please.
Hang on, girls, it's Dion here. Captain of the C grade at Noarlunga Shoes. I like Jim Beam.
Go the shoes. Fitzy, so if you haven't visited yet and you haven't followed, I mean, of course, do the right thing and follow Ryan Fitzgerald, and you'll see some of these characters that pop up on your Instagram. Can you take us behind the scenes of where they were created?
Well, I have a bit of fun on Snapchat. As soon as a filter pops up, for some reason, a character that I grew up with will just come straight into my head. And Dion is that malnourished guy who didn't mind, having a few drinks on the weekend. And you know what? Dion probably hardly slept his whole life as well. So he was the one that first come into my head, and I thought, look, Dion's looking for love here. And
Yep.
And that's what popped up, and it seems to have taken off a little bit.
Well, Fitzy, you'll be pleased to know that popped up on my Instagram right as I was waiting for the opposition leader to walk into Parliament House. And so it was him talking about how he likes his Nissan Skyline, if you know what I mean. And then I was in tears just as David Spears walked down the stairs.
Hey, Spearsy, check this out.
Yeah.
Meet Dion.
And I see you didn't play that bit about the Nissan Skyline there, which is great.
Yeah, we just sort of jumped in and around that. Hey, Fitzy, a bit of a weekend off, of course, with footy. How are you going to summarise a Crows season?
Look, I do think it was a success. Hayesy, obviously disappointing that we didn't win some of those close games, but the signs are really, really positive. I don't think anyone thought that the Crows were going to do that well this year. And like I said, we performed against the best sides in the competition where you could dissect the whole top 8 and see that we, played really, really well. It's just some of those games that we dropped that we need to pick up on. So consistency is the key. We have to keep Darren Burgess. If we keep Darren Burgess and the boys have another pre-season under him, I think the boys definitely are looking at a top 8 and maybe even winning a final. So it's exciting times. And I would say thumbs up for the year that we had in 2023.
Fitzy, we didn't speak to you last week, so we didn't get to dissect that moment with you and your boys who are avid Crows fans, that moment when it hit the post but didn't hit the post, but you know what I mean. What was it like in the Fitzgerald household?
It was, you know what, I was up in Darwin for work, Jodie, and I was on the phone to my son Huey every time we kicked a goal in the last quarter, and we were flying home.
Yep.
And we would only speak to each other after each goal. So I said to him, you cannot ring me after a point. It's got to be after a goal. And then we both rang each other thinking it was a goal. And it was devastation. There were tears. You know what? We were thinking the AFL is an absolute joke. And then we've realised that we'll get a few concessions next year for it. But, yeah, it was horrible to watch as a family. Horrible.
Yeah. Onwards and upwards from here, Fitzy. Appreciate your time. Happy Father's Day, and thank you so much for introducing the world to Dion.
No worries. Thanks, Hayesy. Thanks, Joe. Speak to you next week.
Well, Hayesy, you could go to the gym or do the shopping or go to work.
But what if you went in a beachier direction?
You're only a what if away from a holiday with the What If app.
Book accommodation, flights, packages and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Joe, it's been a big build-up. AFLW Round 1, it is here. Saturday, 2:35, and it's a showdown at Norwood Oval. Love this.
Oh, okay, just coming in hot. Coming in with the showdown, bang.
Right, yeah, just to really, really set the tone nice and early.
Very nice.
So we thought, why don't we just get in some of the absolute stars of the competition?
Yes, indeed.
And when we went to Albany, we went straight to the top.
Yeah.
It's Ash Satan, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
G'day, Ash.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in.
Oh, gosh, how's the nerves heading into round 1?
I think I'm more excited than nervous. Round 1, it's always exciting. Finally finished pre-season.
Everyone says it, but is pre-season an absolute grind?
It honestly is. It's the biggest grind of the whole of the season. I'm not a favourite of running, so I don't really like running. But yeah, and pre-season's running, so.
You're in the wrong sport, Dal.
Yeah.
I do it.
Yeah.
Hey, Ash, it's been a big few months. New club, new name, bit happening.
I know. New journey for me, and I'm really excited about it. New name, going into a new club that I grew up supporting. So, yeah, really excited.
So tell us how it all unfolded. You're a Crow. What, Port just come, you get a phone call, then what happens?
Chatted to Loz a few times, was back and forth. It wasn't like the easiest decision, so it's not like yes straight away. It took us a bit of time. Now I'm all for it. So all at Port, really excited, and yeah, started my new journey.
I would imagine this is a bit of an anxious time for players when you play your old club, and particularly when it's on your terms to go to a different club. What are you expecting on Saturday? Like, is it going to be rough, do you reckon?
I think a little bit rough. I hope I'm still friends with most of them. I don't know if I will be after the game.
Yeah.
But I think I'll get a little bit of talk on the field, but that's what makes it exciting.
What do you think she's expecting? Like a sneaky wedgie or something?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Sneaky.
Port Adelaide, newish club in the scheme of things. Is it going to be a slow burn for you guys, or do you think we'll see results sooner rather than later?
I think you'll see a result sooner rather than later. I think this year we've honestly had the biggest pre-season. We showed what we could do in the pre-season matches. So, yeah, we did really well against GWS and St Kilda. So I think you'll see a new Port Adelaide women's team this year.
And probably most importantly, Ash, they've recruited well.
They have. We've recruited well in different areas. So, like, we've spread it across the ground, which I think kudos to support. They did really well in that, and I think that's what they needed.
Well, thank you so much for coming in this morning, and we wish you all the best for the weekend. Hopefully no wedgies. We've put a line through that.
Thank you.
All right, let's go from one AFLW star to another. We went to Port Adelaide. Now it's time to go to West Lakes and the Crows. And geez, talk about top-of-the-line midfielders. It's Anne Hatchard. G'day, Hatchie.
Good morning to you too. Thanks for having me on.
It is our pleasure. You are on the verge of a brand new AFLW season. How's the nerves?
Yeah, as it's creeping up towards this weekend, I'm starting to feel a bit more nervous. It kind of doesn't feel real. We had such a long break and then a really quick pre-season. So I think, the nerves are starting to creep up now.
Hatchie, what about the squad? It's not completely new, but you've lost a lot of experience and you're one of the leaders now. How does that sit with you?
Yeah, it's a bit weird being one of the older ones now. We lost a few and, a few went to Port, but we've gained quite a few young talent. So, the squad's looking good and, really excited heading into this season.
I'm just Googling you right now, and my goodness, you've had some different hairstyles amongst the journey. There's been a lot of braid action. What are we debuting this weekend?
Yep, so definitely game day braids will be back for this season. So I'll have the 4 braids coming down into a low bun. So
perfect.
The hair's ready to go.
Can I ask you who does the braids for you?
Yeah, so my wife, Georgie, does them. There's some days where she's not too keen on it because it takes a while, but she's committed to it now. So we'll see how her form is this year.
I have to tell you, she's very good with the braids. I want to get her in here so she can do mine. Looks so good.
She actually is very good. She's had a lot of girls asking for her to do their braids, so it's quite funny.
Do you reckon she could do Hayesy's hair? I mean, it's short, but there's a bit to work with.
I reckon we could get a few little braids at the front.
Just at the front. Just the one braid.
Yeah. She's being so kind to you right now.
Not quite thick enough for the multiple braids. You're going to play against some former teammates and some fresh new members of Port Adelaide. We spoke to Ash Saint just before. Can she expect some special treatment, perhaps in the first minute or two on Saturday?
Oh, look, I'm sure someone will give her a little bit of something from the back line, so it might be quite funny. We'll see who matches up to her first.
I predicted a wedgie. Is that a possibility?
Oh, look, now that you've given me the idea... maybe.
Actually, you are 100% one of the elite players of the competition, and your CV speaks for itself. For you, at this stage of your career, and you're still so young, what are you working on? How can you possibly get better?
Oh, there's plenty of things I'm still working on. Definitely my kick is something that this off-season I've been really trying to work on. My goal kicking hasn't been great in the past season, so hopefully can kick a few more goals this season and just being one of the older ones, just trying to help the young ones as they come through.
Well, Anne, thank you so much for joining us this morning. All the very best for the weekend. It's going to be kicked off with a bang with a showdown at Port and Adelaide. All the very best.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
I love you, Dad.
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 Jodie and Hayes's bad dad joke off.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have been doing it all week, taking bad dad jokes from all the kiddies right across South Australia. And we promised everyone Wallace cinema passes, a Milkman grooming coat pack for Dad. So everyone that's delivered a joke has won one of those.
Yeah, I know.
However, there can only be one winner.
That is true. So before we announce the winner, can we just reflect
don't.
on some of the absolutely outstanding jokes that were?
Oh, I thought you were going to do one.
No, I've got a few up my sleeve.
Yeah,
Don't you worry about that.
Okay.
Thank you so much to everyone who got involved this week.
Who can drink 5 litres of fuel without dying?
Who's that? Who?
Jerry can. Jerry can.
Jerry can.
Oh, Jerry can.
Jerry can.
A horse walks into a bar and the bartender says, "Why such a long face?" Have you heard the rumour about butter?
No.
No, what's the rumour about butter?
Well, I'm not going to spread it. What do you call a fish with no eyes?
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
Because there's no eye.
What do you call a blind dinosaur?
Blind dinosaur.
What do you call a blind dinosaur?
A do you think Saurus? It's just short, but
That's
two
okay.
guys walked into a bar.
Yeah.
The other one ducked. So how do you fix a cracked pumpkin?
How do you fix a cracked pumpkin?
With a pumpkin patch.
Yes. Some good jokes.
Yes.
It's been good.
Very nice indeed. However, As I mentioned, there can only be one winner of the $500 Mismatch Brewing voucher. And that winner this morning is 10-year-old Gracie from Mawson Lakes. Hey, Gracie.
Listen, Gracie.
You okay?
She's excited. She's got a friend here to listen to.
Oh, that's so exciting, Gracie. Just remind us, what was your joke again?
What do you call a newsreader with a broken microphone?
What do you call a newsreader with a broken microphone?
Breaking news.
Oh,
Yes. Excellent, Gracie.
Gracie. And you're getting the big thumbs up and the clapping hands from newsreader Abby right now. Gracie, well done.
Thank you so much.
What's your dad's name?
George.
George. Do you want to wish him a very happy Father's Day?
I will.
Okay. And Gracie, you can tell him he's won a $500 Mismatch Brewing voucher.
Wow.
Dad's up and about.
Good stuff.
That's exciting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're
Well
so
done, Gracie.
welcome, Gracie. See, that's what happens when you tap into newsreader Abby and then she rallies behind the scenes and she's like, that joke has to win.
Yes.
And we're all so afraid of her that we went, yeah.
She makes things happen.
Does that mean I get to go on Sunday and spend the $500 voucher with them?
Yeah, jump on board. Couple of mismatches. Time now, though, for just another little edition of Jodies Diary. And how are you feeling this week? What's your vibe like?
I'm pretty good. I'm actually quite excited to recap this week. It's been a fun one.
Oh, okay.
You ready?
You said what the theme before was body parts?
Body parts, yeah. Yeah, let's run with it.
Jodies Diary.
Dear Diary, this week was really, really confusing on so many levels. For example, Hayesy was really, really confused about his pronouns. Am I right, Sam Smith?
More chances. Even more chances for some Royal Adelaide show tickets.
It's unbelievable stuff, isn't it?
Just incredible. As is our person, Sam Smith.
And then Abby from the newsroom was really, really confused about boy bits.
Outside the airport, there's urgent waterworks on Sir Donald Bradman Drive just near the golf course.
And then I was really, really confused about the attractive nature of intestines.
Can just charging up. There's plenty of coal in there. So let's take this train down to Knowledgeville. Who wants to come?
I thought you said colon then. I was like, why has he got a long colon?
Oh, he's got a big colon, this fella.
Jeez.
Oh, watch out.
Imagine that being your claim to fame. It's a massive colon.
I've got a record-breaking colon.
Speaking of bowel movements, can I just give everyone a big tip, though? If you're ever out on a stakeout, which you wouldn't do because, sport.
Yeah.
But don't ever let Andrew Hayes use your toilet.
Oh,
it was
my gosh.
The whole IBS thing.
Yeah, I know. I don't have IBS, by the way.
Oh, don't you?
I
always thought you did.
No.
I thought you did.
No, absolutely not.
But, Diary, I will tell you what gives me the absolute losing song to song.
Sorry, I needed your name first. Hayesy, what have we got?
We've got Sam Smith.
Song name? 3.
No good at goodbyes. That'll do. Hey, only 2 zip though.
Jodie only has left the studio.
Crows fans would have rejoiced this week to discover the Loch Ness Monster was right behind them.
So this is the audio that they picked up in the lake when they're trying to find this big old mythical, potentially ancient monster. Have a listen. It's kind of weird. God. So this is where it gets really, really strange, though. Joe. So we've got a sound guy here by the name of Todd, who is just the best of the best.
Yeah, he's very good.
And we gave this audio to Todd.
Yeah.
We said, Todd, is there something you can do to help us out?
Yeah, unravel one of the greatest mythical mysteries in the universe. Go, Todd.
So this is what he came back with.
It was a goal. We were wrong.
False alarm, ladies and gentlemen. It was just a disgruntled Crow supporter having a bit of a swim in the Loch Ness.
Diary, we combined the Loch Ness Monster and the Crow, so it was only a natural progression to marry up meat with the Logies.
Next up, we've got Andrew O'Beef coming in.
Scott Spam.
Yeah.
Right.
Scotty Spam.
He's on the judging panel.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to introduce to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Bye, Sebastian.
I don't mind that. That's good.
Yeah.
Of course, always wins an award or two at the Meat Logies. It's Hamish Steak.
That's not bad.
And I'll just chuck another one quick as well. Ham Pang hosted it very well.
Speaking of weird turns, I learnt just how to make Hayesy happy after a random discussion about Troye Sivan's latest album cover. Yeah. Now I know what to do if you're feeling a bit grumpy. I meant tickle your ribs.
I thought you meant get Greg in and get him to sit on my shoulders naked. He's too heavy, Greg, by the way.
I can do that. I can do that if you like.
Yeah.
I'll either tickle your ribs or get my husband in and you can nestle.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, come here, little Andrew. Let me tickle your tummy. So to Andrew O'Beef.
Andrew O'Beef.
Crows fans.
It was a goal. We were wrong.
And newsreaders who can't say golf course.
Golf course.
Go off this weekend, kings and queens. All my love, Jodie.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Hazy's on Miss Daysey.
Oh, yeah, ho-hum. I guess it's Friday. What's the day? It's Friday.
Okay.
Oh! Yes. Welcome to Friday. Go right off, please. Also, pinching a punch, first day of the month.
Oh, hitting a kick for being so quick.
Yeah. 1st of September. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's go back to 1996, the birth of Zendaya. She was born in Oakland, California. Today's her 27th birthday.
I love you.
No, you don't. You love being loved. Just like sucking the life out of people. And it hurts, Jules.
My gosh, another one of those youngsters who've achieved way too much for such a young age.
Also, can you say her name right, please? Zendaya?
Oh, that's right. Earlier in the year, it was news to Jodies that Zendaya was in fact a real person. Zendanya. What did we come up with? It was a combination between Zendaya and Tanya Zayeta.
Yep, correct.
1985, Titanic was found by French divers. It had been missing since it sank in 1912.
Oh.
It's so easy to think that, oh, well, of course you're going to know exactly where it is, but I guess it goes to show that it's a pretty big ocean out there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It really makes you think when you think about it, doesn't it?
That'd be a cool moment, though, when you discover it. Like, there it is. It's like, yeah, that's where it sank, man.
Yeah, and then what do you do? Just throw a rope on it and try and drag it back to shore?
Who's to say?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
1979, InXS made their on-stage debut at the Oceanview Hotel in Toukley, New South Wales. Like, who's this handsome young fella, Michael Hutchins?
Oh, goodness.
He could be hit with the ladies.
How many women in the audience were like, oh, wouldn't mind a bit of that?
In terms of percentage, maybe 100%.
Yeah, 110.
Maybe 110%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if there is such a thing.
Number one song on September the 1st in 2015, Give Me Everything by Pitbull, Neo, Afrojack.
Cool.
If there's a better trio, then I'm yet to see it.
Yep.
Go off, Pitbull fans. Wait, there's Pitbull fans?
You're not working hard. The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge. Just got valuable info. This is so juicy. Jodies Juice.
I'm going to start Jodies Juice by saying, oh, Selena.
Yes.
So Selena Gomez has deleted an Instagram post after accidentally breaking the rules of the ongoing actors' strike. So she's the 3rd most followed person on Instagram, full stop, across the world. How's that?
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
So how many followers is that? That's hundreds of millions? Or?
Oh, I couldn't tell you precisely, but I'll look it up for you. Anyway, so she shared a black and white photo from the set of Only Murders in the building to promote season 3 of the Hulu series in which she stars. And she wrote, missing and waiting at Only Murders Hulu. However, that is in complete contravention of the SAG-AFTRA agreement whereby actors wouldn't post about movies that are coming out, given the dispute. Know what I mean?
Dish some dirt.
Yeah.
Good on her.
Yeah. Well, no, not good on her, because that's not what she's supposed to be doing.
Sorry.
Juice. She has 428 million followers.
Whoa.
Thank you, Abby.
So
That is
10,000
solid.
less than you, Hayesy.
Are you even on Instagram? Okay,
How dare you suggest that I don't have much of an Instagram presence?
let me ask this question. When was the last time you posted something?
No, I posted something a couple of weeks ago.
About what?
For Rough Sleeper Co.
Yeah?
Yep. But before that, months and months.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm a little bit dormant on Instagram.
God.
I see everything, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder no one knows who you are.
Yeah.
A frustrated 50 Cent hurled a broken microphone into the audience at his latest concert and left a fan with a gruesome head injury. So production had kept handing him microphones that were broken.
Yep.
And so he finally had enough and he just violently threw it into the crowd.
Yeah,
Bit of that going on at the moment.
Not Curtis Jackson's best move.
No.
And on top of that as well, wouldn't you throw it into the ground?
Yeah.
I think he was trying to claim as well that he threw it in a part of the stage where people weren't supposed to be, but still, there's the element of risk.
Yeah.
Lesson learned, Curtis.
I know, and it's unfortunate because in here, if we went to throw a microphone, it's not going to work because it's attached to the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's hard for us.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, wow.
Juice. What about this story? I love it so much. Former Bardo member Belinda Chappell has dished the dirt in a shocking new tell-all book. So can you remember Bardo Shot to Fame? They did Pop Stars TV.
Yeah.
And apparently at their height, they made $27 million through merch, the gigs, the appearance fees, that TV show, the ad sales, all of it. $27 million. And guess how much they were handed every single day in per diems when they were on tour? Guess.
Like $60?
$35. $35. And then she said sometimes they'd check the envelope and they'd been shortchanged.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
So they're sitting there in Westfields just signing all this stuff at $30 a pop and they saw none of it. Yeah. And then they signed a deal with Bardo, the clothing company, and they were like, oh, my God, we're going to be rolling in it. And in the book she says, we soon realised we would have been financially better off working at Bardo.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Than being a part of the pop group.
And the gaslighting would have been happening as well. Whilst all that was happening, would have been people in their ears being like, you don't know how lucky you are.
You're so lucky.
This is such a huge opportunity. You're so lucky.
Yeah. This is so juicy, this book. She said that her and Sophie Monk haven't spoken since Bardo broken up. Really? But she's since sort of repaired relationships with all the others. And remember one of them got done stealing from band members?
Oh, yeah.
No wonder she did because...
That's right.
Because they clearly weren't being paid enough.
And people are like, oh, she's a pop star. She's got everything you possibly want. Yeah, she's got everything except for money.
Yeah, exactly right. So she's formed a collaboration with Katie Underwood, who was also one of the band members, and they're going to release a single very soon.
Okay.
That's cool, isn't it?
There you go.
Good story.
There's your latest Bardo gossip.
Yeah, and I'm happy to admit sometimes stories in Jodies Juice aren't that juicy, but that one was good.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a good book.
You're welcome.
All right.
And that's Jodies Juice.
Let's get ready to rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, Battle of the Bangers.
You seem tense.
Yeah.
Seem anxious.
A little bit. I just need a win, that's all. Just a small win in my life. Full stop. That'd be nice.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how I feel about you.
Don't you talk to me about playing on emotions, because
Selling
you
it
have
as-
chosen a song this week that you know resonates with each and every single member of this team. It's our anthem on the Jodie and Hayesy show, and
that
you've
good of a
chosen
song.
that just to tap into people's heartstrings.
Okay.
So don't talk to me about manipulating emotions. Thank you very much.
I mean, I was going to talk it up, but you've done such a good job. Kinder. Lips of an Angel. Oh, my gosh. And just to paint a picture right now, you've got newsreader Abby, who is
Going off.
just going off.
Yeah.
And this is just a preview.
Yeah.
We could hear this in full, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we could.
And we could set up your Friday and your weekend entirely, and gosh, we could live our best lives.
Yeah. Or, alternatively,
we could not live our best life. Is that what you're saying?
That is not true. Ricky Martin always lives his best life. Thank you very much. Play my song.
That's
Turn
very
yours
true.
down.
Do you reckon he's still living La Vida Loca?
Yeah, sure is. Yeah, he is.
He's been doing it for a long time, man.
So I just want to talk you through the evolution of this song choice, and I lost earlier in the week song, because I tried to guess a Coldplay song that is, what's the name of it?
Viva La Vida. Yeah.
And I accidentally said Livin' La Vida Loca. And I just feel like it was a sign from the song gods.
Yeah.
That this is the song that I needed to choose to get me back in the winner's circle.
Because Ricky's always in your head.
Yeah.
He's always gyrating.
He never
in your head.
leaves.
Yeah. He's
No.
just twisting his hips in your brain. You're like, what is going on? What are these jerky movements? Am I having a stroke? No, it's Ricky Martin.
See, you've done well to sell my song.
Well, there you go.
Also, turn it up again, please.
I wish it was a draw.
Just turn it up.
Champagne. Yeah, no, you can't help but move your body, can you?
No.
But then you still move your body to this, just in a different direction. Hard to be faithful.
But also,
with the lips of an angel.
Also, it's a song about infidelity, so I'm just going to leave that with you.
Okay. So you're a bad person if you vote for this song.
Correct.
Oh, come on.
You're a horrible,
That's
terrible
ridiculous.
cheater if you vote for your song.
Anyway, geez, 2 outrageous sells there. So jump on at Jodie and Hayes on Instagram and vote for which one you think will set up your weekend best.
Yeah.
All right. That'll do for us.
Yeah, Father's Day on Sunday. Happy Father's Day to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Dad of 2, soon to be 3.
And to Greg Oddie as well.
Yes.
That's a sensational job.
Happy birthday to my... Happy birthday. Happy Father's Day to my husband, who is the most magnificent dad on the planet, I have to say.
It's pretty good.
He's
Pretty
very good.
Does a very good job. All right. Have a great weekend.